Lights, camera, action. Welcome to Movie Makers, a Reckless Amoeba podcast. I am your host, Brandon Horvath, and with me are my co-hosts, Ryan Stokely.
Hi, how's it going?
And Brandon Falinger.
It's a thing, I think, maybe.
I honestly wasn't ready to be said first because it's Brandon.
It's true.
It caught me off guard.
I was trying something different for this other podcast.
It's new, it's weird, and it's scary. I don't like change.
Yeah, we haven't done these in a while, so I forget if I introduce Brandon first on the anime podcast and you on these.
Yeah.
So scared.
Come to think of it, I think it's both of you together. Oh well. So
I need an adult.
I am an adult.
Wait, what?
So, for those who are unfamiliar with this podcast, since we are kind of returning from a break, I randomly get 10 words from a internet word generator, and Brandon rolls the dice, sees how many we can make into a title, and we go from there. Good times for all.
Don't worry, it's fine. I'm sure it won't end up terrible.
Hopefully. Okay. Today's words are creep, tiger, skinny, best, laughable, submarine, sneeze, pineapple, oversized,
How many words?
bump. 10 words.
Was it always 10?
It was always 10.
It was always 10.
Damn.
Oh my god. Just the first word being creep.
Yeah. That's a lot of good words, though.
Let me see here. What do we got? We got... Oh, okay. We're going with 2. Let's see here.
Bump sneeze.
Bump
Yep.
sneeze.
Oversized
It's-
sneeze.
I kind of like the first one. I kind of like bump sneeze. I kind of want it to turn into like a plague movie where like the minute you bump into someone, all of a sudden you just have sneezing fits and it doesn't go away.
Creeping pineapple.
Yes.
Oh my god. No, you know what? Here, I got it. I know you like those stupid ass freaking novels where like there's the personification of the fucking planet Mars or whatever, and some guy wants to have sodomy with it. So let's go with this, all right? Let's go with the personification of a sneeze. All right. What was the words here? Let's call it like creeping sneeze, and it's just like the personification of what a sneeze is.
Oh,
And it's our hero. We follow the personification of a sneeze as it slowly and steadily starts infecting the planet.
by the way, he started writing lesbian novels, and one of them was about a sentient jet ski.
The fuck, man? I feel like that's gonna end horribly for someone. There are blades in there.
No, but it's 2 women.
Yeah, you're still gonna stick your tongue in it to pleasure it. Someone's gonna lose a tongue.
Unless it turns into like a transformer type.
There's still blades.
Yeah, true.
If it's not a tongue, it's something else.
Yeah. You just punched up while it's transforming.
Pineapple submarine.
Yeah, I was thinking pineapple submarine, pineapple tiger.
Is it the VeggieTales version of the Yellow Submarine, and it's like the Beetle VeggieTales?
Yeah, where they don't do any acid or mushrooms or
No, we make this super ridiculous, and they do mushrooms, which makes it even more like cannibalism.
Oh wait, are they actually pineapple people?
Well, I was saying VeggieTales, so yes, they're all vegetable people.
Oh shit, that's right.
They start doing mushrooms, and like the mushrooms are screaming for their lives.
And then they just start eating each other.
It's slowly like it's just us following them, and then we're like flipping back and forth between like their like crazy ass vision and then like reality. Kind of like if you ever saw like the Team Fortress 2 trailer for Enter the Pyro, where like the Pyro's vision is just like this happy magical land, but in reality he's just burning everyone to death. But I like this idea. I want to go with this one.
Okay. Okay. Dark VeggieTales it is.
Like it starts off fine and happy, nothing's wrong, and then they're like, "Hey guys, why don't we try a little bit of this stuff?" And it's like, but Johnny D, those are those are mushrooms. They're our friends. Yeah, and they're gonna help us out a little bit.
I know you wanted to sound standard British, but you sounded like Wacko from Animaniacs.
I mean, Wacko kind of does sound like one of the Beatles. I've always thought that.
They actually do. One of them does have like a little British hint of British accent.
Yeah, Wacko.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the plan is we have Dark VeggieTales. So yeah, they bring in like the mushrooms, and like we don't even explain what this world is about. We don't even explain anything. It's just this is the pineapple submarine. It's fine, and it all takes place on a submarine.
And
that's shaped like a pineapple.
Yes.
A B plot would also be them going into like international waters and being chased by another country's submarine.
No, I'm completely okay with this. The thing is, like, because they're so high, they don't know that that's happening.
Yeah.
They have no idea what's going on in reality.
If they do check it out, it's just like a giant sea monster.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, they're going on this crazy adventure in their heads, and like instead of the actual like enemy submarine or whatever, it's in fact like a giant sea monster in their heads that's chasing them. Like, what is their goal, at least in their heads? What's the goal in their heads? Like, what are they going for?
Find treasure?
Yeah, to find treasure
to find Davy Jones' locker.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Oh god, it would have to have a terrible name though, like a terrible pun name for vegetables or fruits or something.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, it would be like Davy Cucumber or something.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
I mean, it's not super important, but I mean, I just want to lay that out that like all of these characters are going to have like stupid ass pun vegetable names.
Tom Ado. That's one.
Gotta find Tom Ado's freaking locker down below. I hear there's lots of treasure in there. And in fact, they're like attacking the city of Atlantis or something.
You're just killing like all the sea monkeys.
They're killing all the innocent people. the innocent water vegetables like the sea cucumber.
Yeah.
And there will be the great elder berry.
Uh-huh.
Elder berry.
Is he in charge of Atlantis? Is that the idea?
Maybe. Elderberry!
He's just one elderberry that like can survive underwater.
No. The Atlantis has like got a big glass bubble dome thing. That's how it survived underwater all these years.
Okay.
And like the whole goal of like the guys is to find like Davy Jones or whatever's locker, and the locker's supposed to contain some kind of treasure. And in their heads, what is the treasure going to be? Is it more drugs?
Yes. Drugs.
Is it,
what else?
Oh no. It gets better because they run out of normal shrooms at one point. It's like, guys, if we're gonna find it, we need to get some more shrooms. Otherwise we can't see. It's like, oh no, we gotta capture those sea shrooms over there.
Man, that would be sublime.
God damn it.
Oh man, get the hell out of here, dude.
Oh my god, they just start losing their minds. and like I think the end result is like they lose the pineapple submarine. No, I got a better one. All right. So, yes, they lose the submarine and they end up like on this desert island somewhere. But we get like a screenshot of the submarine sinking and slowly landing in like the bottom of the ocean next to a big rock and a Maui head. Just to have the SpongeBob reference. Without like actually going that far. But you get that reference if anyone knows it at this point. But they're stranded on the island. They're like, oh, mate, what are we going to do? We're stuck here now. We can't get the treasure. It's gone. And even our submarine's been lost. And like, one of them just like looks around. Hey, guys, I think I found something. And they start cracking open coconuts. I hear the innards are delicious, mate. They start like snorting it or something, and they just start losing their minds all over again. And that's your teaser for the next movie.
I was thinking,
like everything will be just fine.
I was thinking having something like where the ending would be them like tripping, but it's actually them at their house or whatever tripping about what happened. They just never left to go.
So this movie will be one huge drug trip.
No, it's not even them. It's the coconut at the end of the movie.
Oh,
it's the coconut that's tripping at the end of the movie. and it's just got like the Beatles' Yellow Submarine on the TV in the background.
Yeah. A triple deep ending, like freaking
Inception. Oh my fucking genius! We're good. We got this. This is great. I'm in.
Oh man!
I want to see this drug trip movie. Sounds so ridiculous.
So, time to build the middle of the movie, I guess. Like,
yeah, we definitely skipped a bunch of parts.
I mean, we have them attacking Atlantis at one point. We have them like running from like in international waters from like enemy submarines.
Will it
splash sea monsters?
Will it be a Japanese eggplant?
It could be.
Yes. Or a papaya. Or dragon fruit.
Ooh!
Oh my god, there's like those underwater mines that are like chained to the bottom of the ocean floor, but they're all just durians.
Oh my god, yes!
Like they're going into like this war-torn area, and that's where those are set up. And every time one explodes, it's like, oh god, can you smell that? Oh,
just a stink bomb.
Like it's not even a real bomb; it's just a stink bomb. Oh my fucking god! Oh Jesus Christ, that's great! I love it.
So, will there be lots of fruit puns or not?
I think mostly in the names. I think that's where all that's going to be.
Oh,
and like the visual gags.
So they're not going to plumb the depths of the ocean?
I would say no. Like now you're going too far.
Okay.
Unless they're purposely making a bad joke.
One could be a plump bob.
I was gonna say one of them could be like that asshole that just makes all those shitty jokes and everyone else just groans at it.
Yeah.
Voiced by me.
Of course it would be you. Hey mates, we're gonna plumb the depths of the ocean. Oh, shut up, Ronnie.
But I can't do British, so I'll have to do Australian.
Can't even do that well.
We should really play
No.
Valley again.
It gets even better, right? Because like there's a closet on the submarine, and that's where they lock up the one guy that they really just hate because he's so annoying. And it's like this guy's our biggest fan, and it's like, yeah, but we gotta lock him up here, otherwise he'll just annoy us to death. If he's free to run around, he's just gonna keep finding us and irritating us. So we lock him in here with all of the soundproofing. Then nobody has to deal with him.
Will they be a band?
No shit, they're gonna be a band. They're meant to be. So like, it'll be some kind of like Beatles parody song that'll be like the music that's going on in there. Like if there's a chase sequence or something. Oh my god.
Constant Beatles parodies.
Just all the time. Never ending.
Oh my god.
Or like music from that era too. Like that it's either Beatles parodies or music or similar music from that era. Oh, it's genius. I love it. Let's do it.
Will there be people with relationship problems?
I mean, I don't think it'll show up in there, but it would probably be alluded to at least.
And then there will be something about we can't elope.
Shut up, Ronnie.
I'm sorry, that's the last one. I'm actually closing the page of food puns right now.
For fuck's sake. I don't believe that for a second. You're flipping through for another one.
No, honestly, I closed it.
Jesus Christ. This movie, I don't know, guys. It's, oh boy. Have we gotten our end? Have we filled this out enough yet?
I mean,
do we need more?
I mean, the episode is less than 20 minutes so far.
I mean, like we can keep going. This could go on to like insanity at this point. We could find a point where they're like fighting pirates.
Okay.
In their head, and it ends up being just like a casual, like some rich guy's yacht that they've destroyed by accident.
Oh shit.
No, but they actually have to do something right within their drug-fueled insanity.
Well, yeah, because you shoot down the pirates that are coming after you. Of course, that's the right thing to do.
No, I mean, outside of their insanity, they do something right.
Do they have to?
Well, they would seem more heroic in the end.
Is that really the point when everything's just like a triple layer drug trip?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the other layer.
The fact that this is all entirely a drug trip of some guy that was just enjoying watching the Yellow Submarine or something.
Come to think of it, years ago, wasn't there some cartoon about... Wait, Coconut Joe I'm thinking of.
Okay. That sounds familiar and I don't know why.
Was it... Oh, I don't know, but I know pretty sure there was a cartoon about Fruit Island or something. Something.
Are you talking about like the misadventures of Flapjack on their search for Candied Island?
No. Oh, Coconut Fred Fruit Island. Fruit Salad Island. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like I may have only heard about it. The animation does not look familiar at all. Okay, so...
I honestly think we've hit the natural end for this. Like, we can shove other shit in here. Other nautical problems. Like, pissing off an entire fucking, like, country's navy or something.
Oh my god. There would have to be some Eastern country so that we can have a bunch of different looking fruits or different fruits that not familiar with in Western culture.
Mm-hmm.
The durian, for example.
Well, I mean, that's kind of was the idea with our whole, like, I was thinking Asian countries at war, which is why the durians are down there as, like aquatic landmines, basically.
Okay.
And of course the durians are alive because they're fruit too.
Will they be suicidal, or will they be more like soldiers? Like, yes, let's go!
I was thinking more along the lines of like they're minding their own business, and then just these guys come through and they all scream.
And then explode.
Yes. And of course, because we are children, they all have to make fart sound effects because they smell.
Of course.
And also because this is a drug trip and shit doesn't need to make any goddamn sense.
Will we allude to the fact that it may be a huge drug trip at all?
No, that's our Shyamalan-esque twist ending.
Yes.
Okay.
We completely ignore the third layer until it happens, but obviously we see when that first part starts, when they first start taking the shrooms.
So it may be alluded to the fact that their trip.
Yes. Well, yeah, because we're flipping back and forth between their, trip and the reality of what's going on.
But the third layer won't be revealed until the.
Yes, the third layer is the final Shyamalan twist of like, oh man, it was the coconuts trip the whole time.
I like it.
He was never there to begin with until they finally hit the deserted island.
I like it. I like it.
Trying to think of other things that could happen.
They attacked like a beachside resort or something. Or like they just drive through it and take out a bunch of vegetables that were on like near the coast swimming or something.
Yeah.
Will there be a quote unquote nude beach segment where like a banana is taking off its peel or something?
Oh, fuck it. Why don't we make that the resort? Like they get there, they just start like mowing through people without realizing like, oh man, that's a bunch of weird fish here, mate. Like in their trip, they're just kind of like weird, like they're fish, but they have like stems instead of like fins, and like, oh man, this doesn't look right. I don't get it. And the other one's just like, oh, it's fine, Ronnie, don't worry. We're just getting close to Davy Jones' locker. It's just, it gets weird as we go. It's just the natural thing. This is what hunting for treasures really like.
And in the end of the first layer, will they find treasure or what they perceive to be treasure?
They probably find it, but I don't think they get it. Because the plan is like they end up losing the submarine through one happenstance or another. And we get our SpongeBob reference. And then they end up like on a deserted island with the coconut to eat. Or get high with, whatever.
Oh man, so it sounds like a good movie overall.
Here's your comedy. Drug trip movie.
I would pay for that movie.
It's so weird. I'm all about it.
That's what makes it funny. It's so weird.
Like, it's so outrageously ridiculous, nobody should be able to be upset by it.
Except for far people who are like, oh, drug movie, bad.
But it's vegetables. It does no reference on humanity at this point.
But still, we'll find some people who still get pissed off just because it's a drug movie.
Oh, yeah, because nobody's ever going to be happy. But I'm just pointing out that, like, there's going to be people that will be upset for no reason, and yet you'll just be like, nobody else understands your argument.
But they're fruits who talk.
They're fruits and vegetables who talk. Like, what are you mad about?
Why are you mad, boy?
We're ripping off VeggieTales. Who doesn't like ripping on VeggieTales? The creators of VeggieTales might be upset. I'll give them that. But that's because we're doing a fucking parody of their shit. And just going balls to the wall with the concept.
And because isn't VeggieTales somewhat religious?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the main reason why they'd be upset about it.
Yeah.
It's not even that we'd be like making fun of their copyright. It's that, we're taking something that was like super religious and they're like, but drugs bad, okay? And then mixing that with their more or less their IP or something akin to it. Either way, all right. Now we're getting into semantics. It doesn't matter.
Well, I guess the credits are rolling and the lights are coming on in the theater.
as we see like the VeggieTale beetle people just like trying to eat the credits. I'm really hungry right now. This Stan Castellaneta guy tastes really good. Just like munching on like the sea. Just referencing the fact that they get the munchies when they're high.
Oh man.
Or no, maybe that's how it works. Maybe the credits are like going in reverse rather than like going from the bottom of the screen up. They're coming down, and underneath that is just like the face of like one of the beetle vegetables, just like munching on them as they come down and making comments as they come. And as the thing goes on, they keep like knocking each other out of the way to get at the food / credits.
But that's going to go against all movie logic because scrolling.
Who cares? It's a movie about getting on a drug trip. Logic's out the window, man.
Fine. Crap.
Like, look, all right, there's a game that at some point you and I need to play, all right? I don't know when this is going to happen, but when it does, there's going to be a bunch of credit shenanigans that happen. And you're going to be like, what the fuck?
The only game I know that does that is Donkey Kong Country.
It is not that game at all.
Because I do know midway through the final boss, they have a credit roll. A fake credit roll.
Oh, this goes way beyond, and it does it multiple times. Under different circumstances each time.
Is it Deadpool?
No. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Deadpool has one. That's not the one I'm thinking of.
Well, I guess they want us to get out of the theater because they're going to clean up?
They're going to clean up and shove more people in here for another movie.
That we will be back to make next time.
Maybe. And I've got a phone call. It's great, right? Love it. All right, it's done.
Okay. Well, I guess that wraps up the episode, so later.
See you guys.
The curtain is calling.
Curtains calling.